there it sits. First day back. Really tight landing. The slasher's down there. Not a lot of wood here, but the wood that's here is like the most excellent. So, it was one of those days. I got here this morning. Josh is Mr. Handsome's the new chipper guy. He's been running it now for weeks, so it's a great thing for him to run it. And of course, thank you, Josh. I know you'll watch this video because you're always creeping to see if I'm ever talking about you. But the wood here is very nice. We've cut multiple jobs down this road, and there's a nice, real nice vein of wood here when it comes to chipping. So yeah, it's really tight. It's just that's the only problem is the truck's got to come in and then back up. Man, it's tight, but it slows us down a little bit because right now I just loaded a truck. He is on his way out, and they got to park down the road a little way, so it takes a little while. We're way back in here a little way, so it just takes time. It just takes time, that's it. But this is the wood here. We're not cutting this, but this is the same wood that was right there that we just cut. And there's an oak tree, but we're not cutting any oak. But yeah, the aspen is just, it's not huge. It's about 30 years old, maybe a little more. It's right in there. And it's not that straight. She's a little curvy. That was real good, and this one's real good here. But you get in there a little ways, they get a little curvy and small once you get in there a little further, but they're nice straight poles. So when it comes to chipping, it's like most excellent chipwood. So I did hardwood this morning, and the hardwood's always a little smaller. And there's, you can see some two maple trees here, and so that's kind of, they go up and kind of get a little bushy, whereas the aspen goes up and really nice. So I've done 4 loads this month today, so it's been a little interesting. Hasn't been too bad. I got here this morning and the feed wheel chain was off, and Josh tried to put it back on, the one under the cab, and it fell off of his first tree. So then I had to jump in there, kind of give him the old how-to, and hasn't fell off since. So got that tightened up, got a new one on there, got that done. So the chipper needs a little bit of love. It always does. And this is what happens, is it's not, when you get somebody new in there, stuff just breaks. And it was funny because we were talking about blowing hoses this morning on the grapple, and I said, yeah, you know, sometimes when you get some wood stuck in there and you jam on it, and Josh just, he did exactly what I thought I'd do, because that's what everybody does when they get in there. So, but what happens is you blow some hoses, you break down, and then you can't keep ahead. You get behind real quick. So like, it needs a little bit of love. And there is some rather funny stuff that's broke on it. I'll show you it in a different video. Like, he put a pin through to hold up one of the yokes, and it's the wrong pin, so it bent it, and it's got a 90 on the one end, so now it can't come out. And my yoke's stuck all the way up. So we're gonna have to torch that off and push it all the way through, because it ain't coming back out. That's just on the third yoke. So it needs there's just some funny stuff. And the 90 fell off the muffler on the way in here, and I don't know, it's not on there. So I don't know if it's somewhere in the trailer got run over or if it's junk. But the problem with that is if it gets filled up with water and then you rev it up, it blows a bunch of black water out, and then it gets all over your motor and all over you if you're standing out there. So just a few little things like that. It needs a little bit of welding here and there. Some things are broke, but it's still holding together, surprisingly. I'm just joking. Mike ran it, and then we had to do our deal for the past 3 or 4 weeks, and so Josh has been running it. So been doing a pretty good job. He's been doing a real good job, actually, and he's had some really nice wood, which is really nice when you're starting off learning how to chip. So it's been pretty decent. So, yeah, it's been an interesting day at work. I'm not gonna lie, it's been different. My mother passed away about, this is where I need Lacey because she'd tell me how long ago. It was a few years ago. And that was really weird going back to work after that. And it hasn't been that weird this time. Just the main thing is, it's like the thing that annoyed me most is what I miss the most. You know what I mean? The most annoying thing is what I miss. She always texted me, Lacey would all throughout the day, but you get around this time, it's about 2 o'clock, 2:07, and I'd start getting the text messages of, when are you going to be home? So those always drove me bonkers, especially when I was broke down and I'm like, sweetheart, I don't know when I'm going to be home. And it seemed like she'd always text me and I'd be like, hey, I'll be home in an hour, things are going great, and then something would break and it'd be like 3 hours. So those annoying text messages I miss. I don't get, my phone isn't getting blown up like it used to. But it actually has felt good to be out here chipping. That's the one thing. It's kind of different. It actually feels really good. Really, 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 really good to be out here chipping. Like I said, I have not been. Oh, I went out to the woods once. I didn't look. I can look at my phone, but I don't think I've actually chipped at all this month. With all the stuff we've been busy with, so it feels really, really. I was afraid it was going to be really awkward and weird and uncomfortable because of stuff, but it's actually felt really good. It's just, I don't know, really good. It's been a long week and a half. That's he's got to open his door yet. There's new trucks. There's a brand new buncher we got. I don't know, there's all kinds of stuff we got that I haven't even seen the new truck or the new buncher, but yeah, it's been a rough week and a half. A lot of people ask how I'm doing. Can't go to sleep at night. Last couple nights I've actually slept really good once I go to sleep, but that's not till like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So that's the most difficult part. The kids keep me busy. That's like the main thing that keeps me going is the children. So as long as they're making the house messy and getting into stuff they shouldn't, I'm fine. But it's the putting them to bed and then I'm sitting here with nothing to do and it's quiet. That's the hardest part, but yeah. Interesting, really interesting, but trying to get a new routine down over the next while, because I've been at work. Feels really good to be back to work, but yeah, I still have to take care of the kids and just trying to get a new routine. Once I get the new routine down, then it'll be really, really, really nice. So excited about getting the new routine started. They're gonna have a lot of homework because they missed quite a bit of school, but it is what it is. It'll be interesting to see what happens, but it feels good. And the wood here is most excellent, but we're just about done. They chipped all the aspen off till they couldn't get to any more, and then I get here and have to do all hardwood, which isn't as nice as the aspen. And the last truck driver I loaded, I said, "You're loading with hardwood?" He goes, "Hardwood?" I said, "Yeah, I know. They saved it all for me, but there's a couple gravy loads of popple, and these next couple trucks will go really quick. But the Morbark's just kicking tail still, man. That thing is, if it can handle Mr. Handsome for like more than a day, it's got to be legit. So, yeah, there's a few logs they've got out of here. This is like 10 acres. For some reason we got 3 skidders here, a dozer, all kinds of equipment. So I don't know, but no, I really don't know because I wasn't here. I know a dozer's broke down. The dozer's giving us fits, has for a long time. So there's a long story behind that. Maybe I should share with you. No, I don't want to. I don't want to because we basically got jacked with one day. Somebody sabotaged us. I don't even want to say it online. I don't even want to put it out in there so other people can have the idea to do it to somebody else's equipment. It's a nasty trick. It's stupid. So, but that's broke down. But yeah, there's 3 skidders here. And I'm not sure who that other guy. There's another truck out there. None of ours. Anyways, here comes Will. No logging videos right now. I'm still trying to. I've been really sore lately. Muscle sore, exhausted. Friday I did nothing. I'm kind of after the visitation and funeral. I was absolutely wore out. Really weird feeling. So I'll get back to logging videos here shortly. Just give me some time. But always, just keep rolling.